We're going to have now the sponsor of this session, Goldfingr, talking to us, Rob Charles. And Global Mastermind Network is where you make the relationships. Rob, the floor is yours. Thank you very much.
Check, check. So thank you once again. So those of you who do not know me, my name is Rob Charles, founder and CEO of Goldfingr. So you probably want to know, what is Goldfingr? We're not an events company. There's a lot of things that we're not, but we are the first virtual global investment club. Started in 2014. Just a clicker on this. So give you a little bit of a video here. Can you start it from your side?
Goldfingr is the first virtual mastermind and global investment club, founded in 2014 in NYC. Goldfingr is the bridge from the west to the east. Goldfingr is more than just investing. It's about expanding your reach with influential and like-minded people, enriching your life and the lives of others, your businesses, and bettering yourself, humanity, and Mother Earth. It's time to join our mastermind movement. How are you meeting new investors and connections? Even Bill Gates said he didn't make any new friends during the pandemic. How are you building and maintaining your relationships, accessing the next big thing and managing your deal flow? How are you making a difference to the planet and humanity? Goldfingr is one system for investing, raising capital, virtual meetings, events, and social networking. With Goldfingr, we've integrated 11 principles in our neo-global network, and our technology is a multiverse communications platform with a personalized experience for both investing and raising capital. Goldfingr is the first virtual club based on the mastermind principle. Alone we can do so little. Together we can do so much. Join our mastermind movement.
Well, I think it's one of those days because that must be a remix of the actual soundtrack, because you're playing two different tracks on
from the DJ from before, but that's okay. So let me ask you, just say a show of hands in here. Who in here is an investor? Who in here has invested in, let's say, digital assets? Who's interested in investing in digital assets? Who in here has raised capital before? Who in here is currently raising capital? I don't know if we're supposed to say that or not, but anyway, there's a lot of people there. What I've found through the years is everyone and their dog is raising money.
even investors. And nowadays, people are multifaceted. If we haven't learned one thing, what I've learned personally during COVID is I have to constantly reinvent myself on a daily basis. How are we able to do business now in this climate? How are we able to connect with other people? And I was talking to David earlier. I don't know if David's still here. And he was talking about in his business, which is institutional and investing. I think he set up JP Morgan here in the region. It's all about relationships. So what is investment banking, for example? It is, in simplest forms, it is clients, deals, and relationships, communications. So for typical investment platforms, let's go into some of the problems. So this is a Goldfingr network. So I literally traveled around the world since 2014. I've always been a power connector. And I helped the first 1,000 people, ranging from artists to billionaires, hand-selected, and I helped them, and I connected them and added value to them. This is why our ethos is give first, always add value. And they said, what do you want in return? I said, nothing. I want you to help each other. That's it. Very simple. We're humans. We're here to cohabitate. We're here to help each other. And it's not all about money if we haven't realized this. Even in Dubai, when you have some nice Lambos and some nice buildings and all this stuff, but how are we helping each other? How are we giving back to the humanity and the planet? So this is my gift to humanity and the planet, and especially investors and entrepreneurs, because let's go into some of the problems. This here, there we go. Wait, so go back. Nope, it's not that one. There we go. So what in simplest form are we doing? We're connecting investors to good projects. And now we're connecting private equity to cryptocurrency or digital assets. So this has always been our model. We're the first virtual investment club. The first virtual members club started in 2014. People didn't understand exactly what we were doing for some time. And then COVID hit, which has been a blessing. And then what happens in COVID? Well, the entire planet shut down, quarantine. How are you communicating? Through Zoom, through Hangouts. And right now, everyone in here is using about 5 to 15 different communications platforms. Signal, WhatsApp, Telegram, Zoom, Hangouts, LinkedIn, Facebook. It's a big disaster, and they're all old paradigms. What made Telegram Telegram? It was the first communications, the first messaging system on the blockchain 6-7 years ago. Fantastic, done very, very well. But even that paradigm is old because you have all these people that are raising capital on Telegram, and then people, some of the VCs that are now coming in, that have come in and with us and are invested into Goldfingr, right? They had some, and these are, I'm talking about digital assets VCs. They had a hard time getting their head around it. I'm like, well, what are you currently investing these check sizes, $150,000, $200,000 into these DeFi projects? Well, you're not using Telegram. You're going on Hangouts and you're going on Zoom. That's what you're using. So you're using systems that you're against. They're not private. Your data's not private. They're selling your data, and they're old paradigms. So people are using all these different systems. So what we did was we created one system of access. And first off, let me talk about the challenges, right? So first off, entrepreneurs spend 70% of their time raising money. 70. That's the stat. And it's an ongoing process. Seed A, B, C, D. It never ends. Investors, and I'm not talking about DeFi, and I'm not talking about crowdfunding. I'm talking about where the majority of the planet is right now, and all the capital is, which is in institutional and traditional investing. And through particular old type of investment platforms like AngelList, like OurCrowd, which are great, but those actual business models can never scale to unicorns if you study them. So actually, 70% of those investments happen outside of the platform, through the investment platform. They go into communications platforms like Zoom, like Hangouts, because no investor is ever going to write a sizable check unless he meets and likes and trusts the entrepreneurs, especially now when you're talking about digital assets, right? How do we know if these projects are real? How do we know if the people are real? I'm sure you've had your own encounters in Dubai. I've had my own as well. So what we did, we took all the different problems from the investor side, from the planet side, from the humanitarian side, from the entrepreneur side, and we said, how can we help solve these problems? And the only way to solve these problems, it's very complex problems, is with people. People power everything. So really, we're in the people business. Connecting the right people through technology, through communications. And so what we did, just go back one slide, please. So powered by our Goldfingr digital asset, right? It's innovative combination of like Revolut, like neobanking, Hangouts or Zoom, Telegram for messaging, all into one system. With our own events, we have in-person chapters as well in 9 international cities prior to COVID. And now with our own digital asset and our own launchpad. So how does that work exactly? So let's say an investor comes into our platform in the next version. Go to the next screen, please. And they come in and they, first off, in typical models, like you have to pay to play, right? Well, now, when they come in, now you can earn to play. Now you're rewarded to connect with all these amazing people here. You're actually rewarded. You're incentivized to do this. It's incentivized on the blockchain for you to bring on your connections as well. So now, when you put your money into is a fiat and a crypto bridge, it goes into a liquidity pool. So now you're making money on this, and then we are also being rewarded, Goldfingr, because we've now taken out. And how does that work? For example, well, when you take out the banks that are making money on all of your money in here, and you take out the intermediaries, well, there's plenty of money on the table, right? So when we take these rewards, we're actually able to invest directly into a governance token of where everyone votes on the top projects, And we're actually able to fund these directly from Goldfingr and then co-invest with other VCs and funds and family offices that are on our platform. At the same time, we're able to take out allocations, which is a typical launchpad, let's say, for example, like Apollo X or BSC. The average person actually gets it once it hits the retail. They get it at TG price. So we're taking allocations out and allowing them to come in and co-invest with us and other VCs on a private sale and a pre-sale. So they get some of the action. And most of these companies, they actually want their tokens spread out across different people. That's why they use KOLs, because they don't want it taken by all the VCs, because you know what, their token gets dumped, and at the end of the day, the VCs make money, and then actually well, some of the VCs make money, and some people lose, and then the entrepreneurs lose if their token goes down, right? So there's just all these complex systems that happen in digital assets and just traditional investing. So what we've been able to do is combine all this into one system. And so an interesting thing started happening back, August of 2020, when we launched our 2.0 platform, which is currently up, which is not on the blockchain yet, but our 3.0 is in the process. And we had different investors started saying, "Hey, Rob, we're using Zoom to pitch our deals. Can we use your platform?" I said, "Sure." And then they said, "Well, we have a portfolio of 50 different companies, 100, 500, 2,000 portfolio companies, and you know what? They're all raising money because no VCs and funds actually put money into the entire round, especially when it comes to digital assets. They can't, or the whole thing would dump." Now, and then, so we said, okay, well, they said, "Can we white label?" And I said, "No, we can't white label our system. We'll gold label it for you. We'll actually create the system, which we've been able to monetize with 5 revenue streams successfully for over 3 years now, positive monthly cash flow revenue. And we'll actually give it back to you inside of our platform. And we'll drive all our investors to you. And we'll also drive deal flow from every market on the planet to you." So this is what we're doing. We have a wait list of over 50 different clubs waitlisted for this. And if you go back to the Launchpad, or next slide. So the Goldfingr Launchpad, I talked a little bit about it before. Basically, it takes in all the top projects, and we're able to vote as a community which projects come on the platform. We have over 300 deals, full life cycle, sector agnostic, that have been on our platform since COVID. These have been screened out. One of the deals is here tonight, Wuji Games. And basically, we're able to systemize this and bring it, so there's a social media piece to it as well, and also have in-person as well as virtual Launchpad events through our platform. The mechanics of this, I just talked about it, how it actually works. If you buy a Goldfingr token, it comes in, it's deposited for staking, get rewards, and then this is the process, which we can send you later. Goldfingr token use cases, we have memberships and subscriptions, our longest revenue stream for 4 years now. Staking, which we talked about, being rewarded, use the system. And event ticketing, virtual and in-person. So all of our in-person events, be using our system and our token as well as virtually. And then there is a pipeline of other use cases. We've also started Goldfingr Crypto Club. So this is the top investors that have come in with us. We're actually sharing deal flow because everyone is actually sharing deal flow and trying to syndicate with their ecosystem. So let me ask you guys, what is the most valuable asset that you have? It's your ecosystem. It's right on your phone. It's right on your phone. And how are you able to access it? It's pretty inefficient. It's very inefficient. So what we've been able to do is basically take ecosystems, monetize them, add value to them, and actually scale them. So we're an ecosystem of ecosystems, all with digital assets on the digital asset ledger. So next, here's some of our partners. Shisha Finance, TD5, is incubating us. Thank you so much for them. Animal Concerts as well. Next Change, some of you might know Juan Lee. Hong Kong Blockchain Week, Singapore Blockchain Week, Africa Blockchain Week. Some of the largest blockchain networks, or the largest blockchain networks, are actually coming to our platform. and see Kasha Bank as well, the Goldfingr team. I have a rock star team. Yarden Tamar is here somewhere. She's hiding in the back. Noe is here as well. Amazing team, top people. And that's it. And thank you so much. And now for the most important part, which is actually the Mastermind Social. We have a little bit of fun and make sure and connect with everyone. And I look forward to meeting everyone if I don't know you. Thank you.
Thank you, Rob. Thanks to all the companies, all the attendees. And we're not going to make it long. You have time to chill out right now. Thank you very much. We'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you.